Oh my God. Oh my God. Today we are gonna dyno the 2,000 horsepower Rimac Nevera. Is it 2,000 horsepower? We're gonna find out soon. Now we did dyno the Chiron SS in the past. That video did awesome. It was super cool. Go check it out if you guys haven't seen it already. But I am super pumped about this. Now I was also super worried about it until I talked to Mate Rimac this morning. More on that a little bit later. And now I'm incredibly worried about it because he expressed some real concern around it being like 1-speed variable transmission, along with it being all-wheel drive, amongst other things. But you know what, that's okay. We're gonna do it anyway because it's fun content and I really wanna see how much horsepower it puts out. Now, speaking of putting out, we're gonna be putting out a Gallardo shortly because by the time this vlog goes live, follow me here, we're gonna be at 1 million subs, or we're gonna be extremely close. And the only qualifier was 1 million subs by August 1st, and we are giving away the Gallardo. You don't have to go buy raffle tickets, you don't have to do other stuff like that. Just go to the site for the terms and conditions. Most of it's around where you can live, but super easy, fill out the form, win my Gallardo. Next vlog after this one is going to be all the mods that we're gonna do. We're gonna wrap it, we're gonna throw some carbon fiber body pieces on it, wheels, tires, and some other fun stuff. So stay tuned for that vlog. Go win my Gallardo, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button. You have to be a subscriber to be able to win it. As you guys know, at the Hamilton Collection, we are all about charitable efforts, and we are all about giving back to you guys and the community. We love letting people get to experience stuff like this, sit in the cars, bring cars to charitable car shows. That is what we are all about, and that's what we live and breathe. Now, back to the Rimac Nevera. This thing broke 26 world records, most of which are speed related, so it is gonna be a beast on that dyno. It is probably the most powerful car we'll have ever tested on the dyno, the most powerful production car made. Let's segue onto my conversation with Mate this morning that made me a little bit worried about this, and there's also some really fun stuff in there that we covered. All right, so I have Mate Rimac here, and we are going to attempt to dyno your Rimac Nevera. And so, if you guys actually, so I know that my assumption is you guys get your power like most people do, especially from electric motors, where you take the horsepower and you multiply it by 4 because it's a quad motor, right?
Well, yeah, but it's not that simple, because actually if you would do that, it wouldn't be accurate, because you have multiple limitations in the car. So yeah, let's say the motor has one limitation, the inverter has another one, and then the battery has a third one. So let's say if you would push the power on just one motor, basically the battery can provide all the power it needs, right? But when you need to pull the power from all 4 motors at the same time, the battery might be the limiting factor, so you would get less power than the 4 motors combined.
Okay, I got you. The battery is the limiting factor. That makes sense. So have you guys actually dynoed, or have you guys run into issues? I'm just curious if you've thrown this car on a dyno.
Yeah, of course. I mean, every car is on a dyno during the production process, and we actually do a full power pull.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I noticed you guys put 400 something delivery miles on my car. I was like shocked at how many miles you guys put on that. Is that like typical for Bugatti and Rimac, or is that?
Yeah, that was joyriding, man. Yeah, no, we actually do that also for Bugatti. So we even go on an airfield to test like high speed driving and stuff like that. Yeah. So we do that.
That's super cool. Yeah. And let's address the fact that you're walking around, I think that's the Bugatti Design Center in Molsheim, right?
Yeah, this is the configuration center where we actually welcome customers. So we are showing the new Bugatti, the Chiron successor, right here behind this door. So you see the 16 here. So there's customers in there now.
You got to be careful about which angle that you show me.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. And next up is the Koenigsegg Regera. We're going to go get that dynoed as well. I messaged into them and they immediately said like, there's not, and I think you guys said similar, where there's genuine concern, right? Because we're talking, 1,500 to 2,000 horsepower cars sitting on some aftermarket dyno. They pointed out that it voids the warranty, and I kind of chuckled because my car's out of warranty anyway, so it doesn't matter. Is this going to void my warranty, or do you not? I'm sure you don't have 130 pages of the manual.
I don't think there's anything you can do to this car that would void your warranty. Just do whatever the hell you want.
Be careful. I will use that sound clip against you in the future. Anything else I need to know before I go dyno this?
Yeah, I mean, so the car has 4 electric motors, and what you have to know is it's a single speed. So
yes,
what can happen is when you push the car, the wheels can over accelerate. So let's say the ground speed of the car is almost 0 or 30 miles or whatever, and the wheels can like literally blow up the tire immediately because they can spin like 300 miles per hour or 250 miles per hour. So when you go all off, it's never really all off. There is still a little bit of controls in there. So on dyno, I think that will limit the maximum performance, but let's see what you get.
We talked to you about doing like a top speed run, and it sounds like you could send something over the air to potentially limit the governor of this car. Is there anything you can do during the dyno to help get it more power, or is it or is anything else that you do would probably make it even more unsafe than what we're doing now?
Yeah, I talked to the guys about it when you mentioned you want to dyno it. So we could send like a special software version that could kind of unlock this limitation, but it will take us a couple of weeks to prepare that software.
Okay, maybe version 2. That sounds good. Well, I have full confidence in this thing. I understand limitations. I'm still sure that this, because I've driven this thing and there's nothing else like it on the road. It is the fastest, quickest thing I've ever driven. So I'm sure while it may not produce the full 2,000 horsepower, maybe it will come extremely close. We'll find out. But thank you. I appreciate you taking that.
Just two more things, Steve. What's important is state of charge. So how fully charged the battery is, the fuller the better. And temperature. The warmer the battery, the more power you'll get.
Interesting. Okay. We'll work on, we have about 6 hours. So battery we've got covered, but I'll work on the temperature right now.
Cool, man.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you taking time out of your day.
See you.
Have a good day. We just arrived here at Cannonball. Cannonball did the Chiron previously. They did our GTR, a bunch of work on the McLarens. What's going on, Arnie?
What's going on, Steve?
Arnie is the Cannonball world record holder. Go check it out on Wikipedia if you want more info on that. You got a YouTube video up on that
Steve,
too, right?
I do.
What's up, Ivan?
Tommy?
Good seeing you.
Nice
Arnie,
to
good
see
seeing you.
What's going on?
Not
Very
much.
cool.
This is sweet.
So you mentioned something about the straps, right? You had to reinforce.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure we weren't going to damage anything, so we've added this bar in the back. We added a strap in the front. We were really worried about the dyno and what was going to happen with all the torque available, like instantaneous.
Yes.
So we did some reinforcements up in the front of the movable section of the dyno to try and keep it in place. So I'm hoping, crossing our fingers, it's all going to stay together here.
Mate did say that there's pretty much nothing he won't cover under warranty.
I don't think there's anything you can do to this car that would void your warranty. Just do whatever the hell you want.
So if this thing goes flying into a wall, we're gonna send it to. We'll call it a warranty repair. I know the thing that freaked me out about the Bugatti the most was when it shifted and it just went whoosh. Like this one's, I guess, just gonna stay pretty stable then. Do you think?
Maybe not.
Okay.
There is a lot of torque. There isn't a shift that's going to happen. However, it's all of it right now, so it does move.
Are you guys worried? Like, is this more dangerous than other cars that you've dynoed? Are you worried about it at all?
I'm not. I mean, I wouldn't do it if I didn't think we'd go through successfully.
Sure.
But it is. I mean,
There's a level of risk with any car.
There is a level of risk, and it's quite expensive level of risk on this car.
Cool.
Well,
let's get to it.
The Rimac is all fueled up and it is ready to go for the dyno. All right, you can go ahead and fire it up. That sounds so good.
It sounds pretty good.
Sounds pretty good, man, doesn't it? Sounds real good. All right. All right, now for the real dyno. Oh my God. That scared the shit out of me. That's some good weed.
That hurt my ears.
Is there a horror movie?
That was a horrible sound.
There's got to be a horror movie where there's like a screeching like that.
Yeah.
What is it?
Dude, that was horrible. Think we're good to go, Ivan?
We are good, for real this time. Oh my God! That's scary.
Holy crap.
Did he stop because it like broke loose?
What power did it make?
That wasn't a full pull, was it?
Was that a full pull?
No.
Oh.
It hit some sort of a trip or a limp, but look at this. That was like 1,500 horsepower.
1505.
Like that little bit? What? Bro.
That was crazy.
I thought it got too loose and you had to like...
No, it shut off for some reason.
The car or the dyno?
The car did. So
Oh.
basically, it saw something it didn't like. So basically,
Okay.
yeah, I hit it at 40, and you can see
All
it
right.
stepped up the power, and then it really stepped up the power.
Wow.
But yeah, so I could hit it from a higher mile per hour, and maybe it limps out a little bit later.
See what happens?
I typically limp out early. That last pull was super scary. Now, before we do the next pull, we want to make sure that we take a minute to thank the sponsor of today's video, DraftKings. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you probably know I am a huge basketball fan. In fact, I am taking my daughter to the Indianapolis home opener in just a little bit to go watch Indianapolis play, and I am super pumped to go see that game. So I've teamed up with DraftKings, and right now all new customers can play free for their shot at a share of millions with an initial deposit of just $5. Download the DraftKings app now and sign up using my promo code Hamilton. The crown is yours. With that first deposit of $5, new customers can play for a share of millions in total prizes. To play, just draft your roster, and those players earn points based upon their in-game performance. Check out all that DraftKings has to offer via the app or website. So what are you waiting for? Download the DraftKings app now. New customers use promo code Hamilton and play free for a share of millions in total prizes with just a $5 deposit on the DraftKings app. That's promo code Hamilton, only at DraftKings.
So I'm gonna roll into it from a higher mile per hour, and then hopefully we'll get more of a pull out of it before it sees something it doesn't like
And to
and
be clear,
cuts
you
me
said
off.
you had to counter steer on
Yeah,
the dyno.
that last run was a little crazy, a little early. I actually had to counter steer on the dyno because it wanted to jump off. Yeah, a little
Oh,
bit.
good.
God.
Good. He's gonna hit it.
That was crazy. Did I give a reading? That's just, look at the power curve.
Wow.
Now we do have to calculate for the loss to the wheel, so we're gonna go over the true horsepower because everybody calculates from the crankshaft, so we gotta calculate from the electric crankshaft. The crankshaft on this one is electrical, right? I think you told me that?
Yeah, it is,
okay,
yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, basically it's cutting me off at almost 100 miles an hour. Perhaps it's not seeing movement on the car and it's saying, okay, something's not right. But basically it's shutting down, but right there, the same thing again, 1,513 horsepower this time.
Do you think we could get it at a higher speed? Or if it's flatlining, are we kind of peaking anyway?
I think that's what you typically see with an electric vehicle is
Yeah.
you're going to have a flat horsepower curve.
Yep.
That's kind of going to be it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that could be going on that's limiting us, but man,
Yep.
1,500 horsepower.
That's incredible. So that is to the wheels. Of course, there is some power loss. We typically call that about 18% from all the conversations we've had with everybody. 15, 14, we're dividing that by 0.82. 1,846 horsepower. So
That's right there.
a little shy of 2,000 horsepower, but still.
The other thing to note is the horsepower that we're reading is what is happening to the dyno. So it's the rollers being accelerated. If there's slip between the tires and
Yeah.
the rollers, that's all just going up into smoke.
Okay.
So if I'm not mistaken, they kind of limited this thing to like a 30% slip no matter what.
Yeah.
So you could spin it 30% faster then. So maybe we've got some limitations going on there.
Yeah.
So, and
want
then,
drift
yeah,
on that.
whatever's turning into tire spin or smoke
Yep.
is also lost horsepower.
Dude,
That makes sense.
this thing is so impressive.
It's crazy.
It's amazing.
That's really crazy. Like, I'm impressed. That is
Yeah.
cool.
Second run, you definitely looked safer.
Yes. Yeah.
No counter steering or perfect counter steering.
Oh my
I love how
goodness.
the wheels or the tires are the width of the rollers. It was like that in the
I know,
Bugatti too,
yeah,
where
yeah.
there's really little margin for error.
There's no
And I
margin
think-
for error.
So they were one of typically when we're looking to have something done, we reach out to a bunch of shops because we don't want to just reach out to one, wait for a week. They were one of 5 shops, and they were the only guys, maybe you didn't know this, they were the only guys willing to do this. I
That's
think
true.
that's
We did a lot of research, and a lot of people were like, Cannonball is the only place that I would go to do something like this. So, Ivan, thank you.
No problem.
You guys are brave.
You're all right. Thank
No
you so
problem.
much. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
you, sir.
Thanks for the
so freaking
opportunity.
awesome. Hell
I
yeah.
appreciate it.
We got to bring the Regera here next, yeah?
Regera, I mean, we got a Chiron Super Sport.
Well, there you have it, folks. Just about 1,850 horsepower. Now, Mate did go over why some of that horsepower was lost. Still a crazy beast. I don't think there is a car available right now to the public that even comes close to this number right now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go have some fun and drive it home.
Do it. If you guys want to see more dyno videos, please comment below. We are happy to do them. These are a lot of fun.
Yes. All right. Have
Peace
a good
out.
day. Yeah, blood.